in general, COVID has been this accelerant where there's things we talked about happening way over the horizon that are getting pulled in much closer, right? And maybe we'll start with education. So certainly in the K-12 environment, like as soon as it's safe for my second and third grader to go back to a classroom, they will be going back to a classroom. Like that sounds magical to me at this point. But when you start thinking about, college and graduate school, right? It's going to be really interesting to see what higher ed looks like next fall. And I think a lot of things that we talked about happening, 5-10 years from now in higher ed may happen next fall, where we have our MBA students come to class in person one weekend every 7 weeks, and then we do the rest of it asynchronously. I think this is not me speaking as a Tepper employee, this is just me speaking as a VC. I suspect that, a large percentage of MBAs will be received that way in the future, because you still get the MBA experience, right? They come in Friday, they do their exams. We don't give them any work Friday night, so they can go have their MBA experience on Friday night still get that networking. But the content's being consumed in a way where they can keep their career for those 2 years too. And COVID has been this great accelerant. We have way more students this year in our online hybrid MBA than we've had historically. Think about grocery delivery, right? For a long time, people said to me, like, man, you're crazy. You have someone drop your groceries on your front porch every week. I mean, I think you're crazy not to do that, right? But now the same guys that I would have that conversation with in the cul-de-sac on Friday night, where they would think how crazy it was that, Instacart was dropping groceries off that day, all of us are getting groceries delivered over Instacart. Just think about healthcare, right? We had a lot of healthcare companies that work with us in the corporate startup lab at Carnegie Mellon, Optum, United Healthcare, UPMC Enterprises, right? Names that you guys would know. When those executives would come through our office, come through our lab, right? They would talk about telehealth as this thing like that was over the horizon. There's a little bit of it going on right now with Teladoc, but like someday this is going to be big. Well, certainly what we've learned over the last 6 months is that someday is today, right? The teledelivery of medicine is not a future thing now, it's becoming a current thing. And you can see this when you look at these kind of digital transformation based businesses today, right? Where they're accelerating in terms of their earnings, in terms of their performance over the last 6 months, while many other legacy companies are really struggling. So to me, I think beyond all the social and work changes, the other thing you're seeing is just a lot of these trends being shortened and accelerated as we experience things that felt like they were far into the future, right now or in a much closer in time horizon there.